Welcome back to another video. So I just dropped a video earlier today about some stuff going on in the market. So you'll get two in the same day. So I know some of y'all probably noticed I didn't change clothes or anything, but that's what happens. So for those who have been with my channel now for the last 12 to 14, 16 months, y'all know I kind of cut my teeth and started doing, with this YouTube channel, how-to videos. Kind of geared towards older folks like me that might not be too IT tuned, as they say, but kind of showing people how to do certain things that are like me, can't follow directions sometimes when reading from paper. I have to kind of follow the motions. These days, you got things like YouTube and stuff where I can go and rebuild my home refrigerator or washer and dryer or something like that using YouTube. Most of the time successful, sometimes not, but hey, that's what happens. But so today's video is going to be on setting up Entropy Miner. Now, I'm hearing some people pronounce it different ways, entropy, something like that. I don't know. But either way, we're doing very, very well with it. But as usual, nothing in this video is financial advice. If you enjoy the project, if you enjoy how-to videos, if you want to see me get to 20,000 so I can do my giveaways and give away some crypto and stuff like that, make sure you hit the thumbs up button for me, wherever that is when this video is made, somewhere down here. Hit the thumbs up button to like this so we can push this project to more people. With all the tags I have in the description, we can push it out to more people join it, and more volume, which then gets the token confirmed and so on and so on. Please hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you subscribe to my Twitter X. I'm very active lately on it, trying to push more stuff out when I don't have time to do video. So now that all that's out the way, let's get to it. So this video is probably gonna be long enough. I'm trying not to make hour-long videos every time. So I'm gonna assume at this point that you know about the Entropy project. If not, I have several videos that I've recently done that have described this. Also on how to get the actual Entropy Miner. I have videos on that also. I have an Amazon link in the description below on how to get this. The first one that I shared, if y'all have seen some of my older videos, that one has sold out. That one's about $15 American on Amazon. This one now that I just got in for this video is $9.99. And last I checked, they had 19 of them left. But I've also been sharing that link in my last two videos, so I don't know how many are going to be left. One thing I want to make sure that I go over, because I've had some people who gotten a little upset over this because they can't follow instructions. Yes, there are instructions that you need to follow. This project does not just let everybody in. You have to be accepted. And it's not really that hard. They just want to make sure that there's no bots involved in this. They want to make sure everybody's real. You can't do this from second or third Discord accounts. If they catch you gaming, you're kicked out, that kind of stuff like that. But I just want to hit these rules again. You have to join the Discord first. Get in the Discord. Also, I would suggest you go and like their X. I have links to it also from my Twitter. If you go to my Twitter, trust me, I've been sharing stuff from them. You can see theirs. Join that. You have to dig a hole. That's step 2. Dig a hole like you mean it. Don't just fake it. Don't go to a hole that's already dug. That's just their kind of goofy, fun way of showing that you are serious in joining this project. The more extravagant the hole, the quicker and the easier it is for them to approve you. Make sure you put your Discord name as a picture inside of that hole. So you can kind of see how this one is. This is a nice fancy hole. It's got a perfect hole. Shows the fresh dirt around it and stuff like that. It's got an E for Entropy with the miner on the inside. It's got their name on the bottom. So it doesn't have to be this crazy extravagant, but I guarantee this person right here probably got picked very quickly for a miner role. So once you get a miner role in the Discord, you then look on the bottom of the Discord. On the bottom of the Discord, there's a place called forums. When you click that form, You then can go and submit your Solana address. To be simple, listen, I know there's a bunch of Solana wallets out there. Don't argue with me. You do what you want to do. The easiest right now that I have found and what several people have told me is Phantom Wallet. I like Phantom because I can continue to create accounts on Phantom for different projects. I got one for grass. I got one for, name it. I got like 6 different wallets, you know, helium and all these different ones. I like it just because I can keep all these projects separate. So you go here and you submit your address. Once you submit that address and submit that form, you then go down here to open ticket. You open a ticket and then you tell them, hey, I submitted my Solana wallet address on a form to you. Can I please have a binary file? It's going to ask you, you know, a couple of different questions about, you know, how many of these are you doing? Of course, you're only doing one because one's allowed. If you try to game and do 2, try to get a second one, you're going to be booted from the project and not get anything. Also, some of these have, you know, all of them are ESP32 devices. There's no way you're going to be able to see that. But there's a S3 version. We all suggest the S3 version. Supposedly they've been easier to set up. I've never tried a non-S3 version. The link I share in Amazon is an S3 version. It's going to ask you how many regular versions and how many S3 versions. So you got to put 1 for either, for whatever one that you're doing. Again, I suggest the S3 version. Then you submit that ticket and then you be patient. There are some people, depending on how the admins are handling tickets, it might take you 15 to 20, 30 minutes to get a binary. It could take you 24 hours. Depends on if it's at evening time, whatever time they might be sleeping or whatever they're doing, because we all got lives. So you have to be patient. Once you do that, they will change the ticket to, you know, whatever your screen name is, requesting firmware. As you can see, mine says firmware and with my name on it. When you click on that, it will give you Google Drive or something like that. You click on that and then you download the binary to the desktop that you're going to use to install this. You're then going to go to this address that's on the bottom, https://docs.puredepin.com. If you want to find this, this is actually up here in this rules section, and it's right here, docs.puredepin.com. Now, one thing you need to make sure you have, and they're going to tell you this over and over. And look, I'm in IT. I use these cords every day. I didn't even know there was a difference between a power USB versus a power only or a data/power USB. I'm using ones that came either with cell phones or with different devices we have or something like that, and it works. So that's one thing. Also, depending on which brand of this card you get, the ESP32 is whether or not it's going to be USB-C or one of the other USB types. This is the kind of more rounded USB plug, so I'm going to plug that in. Also, there's 2 plugs on the bottom. It doesn't matter. The first one that I bought said COM or something was on the right. The left was for something else. So now I'm just paranoid and I'm going to put it on the right side. And then you should get a red light. You can kind of see the red light right here. Now, I will tell you, this is kind of where it starts going haywire at. I tried this last night on a Windows 7 laptop at my house, started filming this for y'all, and I could not get this thing to connect. There's supposed to be some different UART bridges and stuff like that. Downloaded, tried a bunch of them, gave up. So now I'm trying this on my Windows 10 machine. So I don't see any errors, so I'm hoping we can proceed. When you open up docs.puredepin.com, this is what you're going to get. You can read all this stuff if you want to read on it. Hey, I suggest, just so I can cover myself, I'm going to say read all of it. Read every section. Make sure you understand it. Pretend like you're taking a test. Make sure you understand it. Make sure you understand what claiming's about. Make sure you understand what the second law is. I have repeatedly told y'all, and I guarantee it, somebody's going to come on my channel and make ugly comments because they didn't understand the second law, and they're going to try to sell and want to know why they can't sell 3 days in a row. and they're going to say, it's my tokens. Why can't I sell? Blah, 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 blah. Make sure before you start this project, you understand this. You're going to go to firmware guides. There are different ways of doing it. I have always did it browser-based. Look, I have Linux machines. I have a Mac OS I could use if I want to. I can't stand Mac. I know some people can't believe that, but I can't stand Mac. And there's a Windows version. Even though I'm on Windows, I'm using browser-based. That's what I've used. That's so far what's been the easiest for me. So what you have to have, a web browser, 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection, Android or iOS. Another thing I found out the hard way, and I'm probably going to have to do it again, is where I'm doing this video is not where this thing's going to be staying at, but I'm doing this for y'all, is when you have to reset the Wi-Fi connection, you got to redo all this again. Just so y'all know that. So what's the first thing you do is you want to download your firmware device. So I'm going to go to my Google Drive that was set up for me in that Discord, in the tickets, and I'm going to go download that. I'm going to do that. Y'all going to have to just trust me I'm doing it because I'm not going to show y'all fools that. All right, I got mine downloaded. I put it in my downloads folder for right now because that's an easy place to keep it at. Next, use a cable to connect your board to the USB port of your computer. Boards have 1 or 2 USB connectors. On boards with 2, either will work. That's what I told y'all. I did it on the right. Now, I'm going to go to this one. Navigate to expressive.github.io. I'm going to that. So when you click on this Expressive, you come to this page. So kind of follow the instructions. I'm going to see if I can split this. All right, let's see if we can do this without confusing everybody too much. So on the program, we're going to click connect. We have to have the baud rate set at 115,200. So I'm putting 115,200 and I'm clicking connect, holding my breath. Now we have to figure out which one of these ports is this device on. How are we going to do that? Well, you go to your device manager and you look for one. And on my device manager under ports, I have one called USB serial device COM5. So when I hit this again, I'm going to scroll down and look for COM5. Here's COM5. I'm going to hit connect and it's now connecting. I'm holding my breath. Command says failed to open serial port. If you go down, it says select the COM port corresponding. It's going to say USB single serial port. That's what mine says. So we might have to reset the device. I had to do that before. So how do we reset the device? Well, on the top are 2 buttons. One says reset, one says boot. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been playing with this for a little bit, but I held down the boot button on top, and the buttons are small and I got fat fingers. Held down the boot button, hit the reset, let go of the reset, let go of the boot button. So you hold the boot button, hit reset, let go, and let go of the boot button. It reset. Now, when I hit connect now it tells me I got an expressive device on COM6, which is what I want. So I'm connecting into that. All right, so now we're at this section. It says stub running. So just like the instructions say. So we're going to hit erase flash. Erasing flash. This may take a while. And it should say chip erase successfully. Chip erase completely successfully. Now we're going to flash our device. Okay. Set the flash address from 0x100 to 0x000. So we're going to go on our device and we're going to go and make it 0x000. Then we're going to choose our file and select the firmware file from step 1. So I'm going to do that, but I'm pausing the video. Now you're just going to have to trust me that my bin file, my binary file is attached. And next I'm going to hit program. As I hit program, it's going to be doing all this writing stuff and counting up to the percentages. All right. Now I got to 100% and it's telling me hash of data verified, leaving. So I'm going to go to the next part. says click on disconnect. So I'm going to click on disconnect. All right, so now we have to verify that everything works. So under console, we're going to click on start. We're going to select the same port as we did before. And then we have to click reset. All right, so I repowered my device, then hit this reset button. It's now looking for the Wi-Fi. So let's go down here, and you have to now download the ESP Wi-Fi config app from the App Store. If you have a fake iPhone or a real iPhone, connect your iPhone to your Wi-Fi access point. So you have to connect this to whatever access point you're going to use. Again, I'm going to use a temporary one because this is not where this is going to stay at or anything like that. So I'm going to find a temporary one that I'm going to use. And I am going to download this app, ESP Wi-Fi config. It's going to download an app that kind of looks like this, if y'all can see it. And it says, do I want to connect? So I tap to connect. It says add credentials. So I'm going to add the credentials. So as it connects with this app, my app now says connection is successful. And now I'm in. Now I am going to cover this up somehow when I make the video, because y'all can see the password of the temporary address or Wi-Fi that I'm using right now. And I really don't want everybody to see that, but either way, it's just a temporary one with nothing on it, but I just don't want it on there. So this is it. I am now mining. So what should happen is when I now unplug this and go plug it in this permanent spot, I'm now mining Entropy. So I hope everybody kind of followed that and kind of got the gist of it. All right, and that's it. Now you're mining nothing, and miners eat first. It did get a little confusing, even though this is probably the fourth time I've did it. It seems like every time there's always some little thing. Sometimes you got to power cycle the device. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have to hit those two buttons to reset. Sometimes you don't. But hey, we got through it, and hopefully this video does help out. Again, if you need help, ask in the Discord. But basically, following those docs.puredepin.com, those instructions. Again, we have found that, and several people will back me up and will say the same thing, that using the browser version of this has seemed to have been more easier versus trying to use anything else. I haven't really tried it, to be honest with you, to try anything else, but it's worked. And so I hope everybody was able to get some from this video. Again, if you need help, just ask. We're here to help. You know, I'm not affiliated with the project. I'm not working for the project. I'm not compensated in any way. I just kind of, when I start getting involved in these projects, if y'all seen from some of the some previous projects I've been involved, I really get involved in them, and I want to spread the word. If this project holds out, which to me looks like it should, it's a very passionate. I love being in this Discord. We just today we just jumped on the voice channel. Just 7 or 8 of us just started having conversations like we were all friends. It was cool as hell. Never did that before in any Discord. And I've been in Discord, these channels for a long time, in a lot of different servers. This is just a very good community. There's no problems here, as long as people understand the rules. And I know that's my biggest fear, is a lot of people seeing my videos that are going to start coming in here and think it's like other projects that you can just go in there and just start demanding stuff or complaining and stuff. And this is not the project for that. This project is putting miners first. The project itself is not making any tokens off of what you're mining up front. The miners get 100% of the tokens that are created, and then as you claim, you get percentages. Again, I don't want to go through this whole. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible so we can only discuss setting up. So I hope y'all were able to help with that. I don't know. I feel like I'm even more confused now doing the video. I hope y'all got the help y'all needed. And if not, please let me know, and I'll try to help y'all out as much as I can. Thank y'all, and see y'all in the next video.